Hi, welcome back to Megan's Kitchen. Today I found a recipe for you guys. It's called, I don't know if you could see it, it's called Creamy Kale and Artichoke Dip. I seen this recipe online and I wanted to try it out, and I told you guys that if I tried it out and it tasted tasty that I would do a show for you. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have over here, over at my chopping block, I have kale. Now this is red Russian kale. This kale came from Grady at Greenfire Farms. We're gonna have artichoke hearts. I bought these at the local raised food place. It was $3 for a can. I'm gonna be using some Parmesan cheese, some fresh grated Parmesan. This is DiGiorno kind. I'm gonna be using some minced garlic in it, some pepper and some cayenne pepper, and some salt, and a little bit of Best Foods mayonnaise in it. Now this dip is really good if you use it with pita chips, and I got these Simply Naked pita chips. The recipe that I have that I put on the Facebook website has a recipe to make your own home-baked pita chips, but I usually like the Simply Naked. It tastes pretty good. It's only made with sea salt and that's it. I'm gonna be using the kale. And what I did with my kale already is it calls for 4 cups. I took the rib out of it. And as you can see, it has a, I'm going to zoom you in over to where I'm at. And so I took the rib out of it, and as you can see, it's just leaves. I'm going to bring you in just a little bit. And what I want to do is, it says to finely shred it. So I'm going to take my kale, and I'm going to take my leaves and I'm going to roll it a few times, and then I'm going to cut it down the center. Can you see me? I just want you guys to be able to see how I do it. Okay, so I cut it down the center just like this, and then just kind of finely shred it. Now this kale came from Yahupa, it came from Greenfire Farms. This is kind of like a spinach dip, just like you would make, but it's just a kale dip. Now we all know that kale is a superfood. You would know that if you continue to watch my shows, because I'm known as the Kale Queen. I do a lot of things with kale. And so what it has in it is, it has one thing that I really find really good about it as a vegetable, is it has vitamin D in it. And vitamin D is very vital for us Native people, because I know that many natives are lactose intolerant. It also has calcium in it. Like my son, he's lactose intolerant, so he's not able to drink a lot of dairy or milk products. So kale is full of a lot of those vegetable those vitamins and minerals that he's lacking, that he needs, that he's not getting out of milk or dairy products. So as you can see, I shredded it up just like that. I'm going to take my measuring cup right here that I got from Yahupa Food Distribution. I love my little handy cup. Just going to measure it out. And it's just a loose measure. So it says 4 cups. You can see it's just a loose measure. I'm going to put it in my bowl. And I'm going to continue to do the same thing with this. So like I said, I rolled it up. I'm going to roll it again. I'm going to cut it down the middle. And then I'm just going to finely shred it. Now it calls for fine shred it because it's a dip. And when you were eating it on your pita chips, you don't want to have to worry about long ribbons of kale falling off your chip. At least you'll have little fine chunks, and that's why it's called for finely chopped. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of it again chopped up. Just gonna measure it out, another cup. See, look at how long this one is. Probably don't want to add that, it's not too finely chopped. 3 cups, 4 cups. I'm going to add this can of artichokes, but I'm going to chop it up first. You can see how it came out. Just like that. And you can leave them already quartered the way that they are. It's pretty good in the dip. But I just like to chop everything up to the same type of sizing in your dish. That way you have an even amount of flavor throughout the full dish. That's the whole thing about chopping everything evenly, chopping everything the same. It's trying to get that same amount of flavor throughout your whole dish. So I got them all chopped up here. I just sliced them. They're kind of long way quartered, so I just sliced them about 3 times down, as you can see. So I got them all in there. I'm going to add them to my bowl. I'm going to rinse my hands or wipe my hands off. Now it calls for a cup of sour cream, so I have some light sour cream and daisy. So I'm going to add that to it. I have my measuring cup right here. I'm going to add my spoonful of garlic first. So I measured out a cup. I'm going to add it in. It also calls for 3 spoonfuls of mayonnaise. It says it's optional, but it says it really sets it off, and it does. It really gives it nice flavoring. And so I added the mayonnaise in. Like I said, this is optional. You can add in place of the sour cream, you can add Greek yogurt. There's also an option for that. You can add half a cup of sour cream or half a cup of Greek yogurt. I am taking my bowl, which is right here. I'm going to zoom you guys back out and bring you up a little. So I have my bowl. Let me move this over right here. I'm going to add a few sprinkles of cayenne pepper, a few sprinkles of pepper, and now this is a real good crowd pleaser. So if you're entertaining and you got people coming over, you want to share a good healthy dip, this would be a good healthy dip for them. And also, you know, you're getting a lot of vegetables into them because it's full of artichokes and kale. Now it says to sprinkle in about 3 tablespoons. I didn't measure. What that Parmesan cheese does is it makes it creamier and cheesier. So the more I add, it's cheesier for me. The less or more, whatever you guys like. It's up to you as viewers or up to you as chefs to manipulate this recipe to fit your style. And so I'm going to mix it up. Smells good. Now I have a pie pan, and I was blessed by my cousin, friend, church-going sister, Vivina Orchid, with some coconut oil spray. Now this does good. I like it because I could spray it into my pan. I also could spray it into my hair later on or spray it on my skin, so it's awesome stuff. I don't know where she got it at, but maybe she could put in the comments on the Facebook page where she purchased the coconut oil. And thank you, pumpkin. So I'm just going to lightly coat it. See? Lightly coat it. Make sure everything's mixed up, as you can see. I'm going to add it into my pie pan. Now I set my oven at 375 to bake it at, and that's what I'm baking at. I'm going to top the top with some more Parmesan cheese. Just sprinkle it over the top just to add more of that cheesy, creamy flavor. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to stick it into my oven that is at 375. Now I'm going to show you the finished product on how it will look. I'm going to bring you over here, baby. And then I'm going to zoom you in. Very nice, very creamy, smells delicious, looks good. We're going to try it out with our pita chip. So good. It's got that little bit of hot from that cayenne pepper that you could taste. You can taste all the flavors of the kale and the artichoke together. Top of that Parmesan cheese, delicious. So, I'd like to thank the programs and the people that helped make this possible. I'd like to thank the Hoopa Valley Tribe, the Hoopa Food Distribution Program. I'd like to thank Grady at Green Fire Farm for growing this beautiful kale that I love so much. I'd like to thank you, the viewers. I'd like to thank the program that employs me, Klamath Trinity Resource Conservation District. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me at Megan's Kitchen. Talk to you later. Bye.